today's episode of Let's Try Kitchen, we make baked Char Siu Bao, or Chinese barbecue pork buns. Last time we made buns, it was a complete kneading disaster, and I've been wondering, if breads have been around for over 30,000 years, how did people bake breads without a stand-up mixer? I did some research and watched multiple videos to see if I can improve my kneading technique. I'll be attempting this project without a stand-up mixer. Hopefully it turns out well, and I'll let you know if you should try it. This bun recipe is just 6 ingredients. Here I have 300 grams bread flour, 28 grams sugar, 4 grams yeast, 120 grams of milk, 1 egg, and 3 tablespoons of butter. Oh, and I'll be using my trusty dusty Ooga Booga Man, aka silicone bench scraper. On my workstation, I added all the dry ingredients onto the tabletop and mixed well. When the ingredients were incorporated, I added my eggs. During my research, I learned that I should have whisked my eggs before adding to the dough. I mixed gently with one hand, slowly hydrating the flour with the eggs. Once that looked good enough, I added my milk. Because we aren't using a stand mixer, we don't have the luxury of adding all ingredients at once. We don't have high-speed mixing to rely on because, well, we aren't a machine, so I added the milk slowly in batches, or else this dough would have been a complete wet puddle. What we are doing here is allowing the flour to slowly be hydrated, mixing with one hand and also using our bench scraper to assist us. I got to the point where I did not use the entire milk. If I added more milk at this point, the dough would have been too wet to handle, and I got flashbacks of last time. I've played with dough a lot that I knew the more you knead, the less sticky and more elastic it becomes. So I kept kneading, using my hands and also my bench scraper. I got caught up in the kneading process and I forgot to add my butter. Well, no problem. I added my butter and it was such a mess. I kept at it even though it appeared my dough was splitting. It took a lot of muscle, but finally the butter was well incorporated into the dough. Disclaimer: add your butter to the dough once your dough has formed into one big mass. It doesn't need to be smooth and elastic. I kneaded for 10 to 20 minutes worth. Add a few slaps or a bunch and we are good to go. Allow this dough to rest in an airtight bowl for 2 hours. The dough will double in size. 2 hours have passed, and now we will be dividing our dough into balls to make our baos. Each bao bun should be about 40 grams, but I just divided by eye. I used a rolling pin to flatten my baos. I then added my filling and gathered all the sides together, forming a nice ball. Once done, I added all the baos to a lined baking sheet to proof for another hour. I preheated my oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit and added my baos to the oven when it was ready. I used a mixture of 2 parts honey to 1 part water for brushing at the end. This will give the baos a nice glossy and sweet top. At the last 5 minutes, I brushed on my honey mixture and returned my baos to be finished. The baos came out really nice, golden brown, soft, and beautiful. Honestly, I was pretty happy with the results. My kneading process was cut down almost in half, about 30 minutes. This project was a real success, and I'm happy to say this was well worth my time. I do think that if you don't have a stand mixer, this is a project to try. It's fun, easy, and will provide amazing results. This concludes our episode. And if you have enjoyed this episode, please make sure to like and even subscribe. This has been Jonathan at Let's Try Kitchen. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, if you have messed up in the kitchen, you can always begin again.